The norm is that we are seen as people drooling in a corner, and we are to be made as comfortable as possible. And it doesn't matter because we don't know what's going on, so we can be ignored, and our needs are very minimal because they're just physical needs. Absolutely not true. When your symptoms begin, many other things are looked at, and some of them are reasonable. Let's make sure that there isn't something that we can change environmentally. So maybe the person's depressed, maybe the person has an illness that needs to be addressed. Maybe you need a rest. Maybe you have too much stress in your life and you need to alter it. So there are behavioral things and environmental things that are looked at first, and that's very reasonable. A person with younger onset Alzheimer's, as I have, is very rare, even with my mother having had it. So you look, you look at all of the different possibilities, and usually you get a misdiagnosis of a mental illness. It's not just memory, and that's the misnomer. It is not just memory. My memory's pretty darn good still. It is perceptual. It is your hearing and the ability to be in a large crowd. And again, that was a place where you'd get diagnosis with agoraphobia or whatever phobia you might have. No, it's because our ears hear differently. I jump a million feet if something falls. My eyes, I recently moved so that I didn't have to look through slats in a staircase in the back of my house. Your brain isn't working correctly, and I guess that is the main thing I hope people will learn, that it is not just memory. What I have achieved doing, and it took me a long time, like years after diagnosis, you're sent home. You're sent home from your career because you cannot do that. You have to find something else. And of course, when your identity has been, as many of us, in your career, it was your interest, it was what you trained for. And to have to completely find something new at the age of 50, what a challenge. So I have embraced the Alzheimer's Association. I have embraced speaking. I am fortunate enough to be currently an advisor nationally to the National Association. This year, it's a year appointment, and I am able to speak, and I have spoke around the country, and I really, really have found my calling. The Alzheimer's Association is paramount in coordinating the country and the cause of finding a cure. The Alzheimer's Association raises money to look for the cure and to look for diagnosis we are in our infancy as far as how the brain works in most areas, not just Alzheimer's. So many resources need to be utilized. That all costs money. So the Alzheimer's Association is out there to make themselves public and to be a resource for people. People that are being diagnosed in addition to the medical community that are also in their infancy as far as figuring this out. So hopefully a person when challenged with this disease or challenged with a patient with this disease has a place to go, has a place to find out the latest information that's available. The Alzheimer's Association is always in need of volunteers. We have many events, from the walk to the gala to the longest day, and we need people to come and be with us and do some of the work needed to run those events. So volunteering is great. Whatever you're good at, from clerical to working with the people, is terrific. And secondly, of course, the funds to keep things going locally and nationally for serving the people, and of course looking for the cure. There's no joy in the disease at all. I'm not sugarcoating that one bit. But if a person is able to look at it as another part of life that is a part that you can grow upon, a new opportunity. And again, I really don't want to Pollyanna it, but your life isn't over, and there are places to reach out. The Alzheimer's Association is one, and peer-to-peer, talking to other people with the disease really alleviates a lot of fear. I would like to thank the Alzheimer's Association for being there. The people that work at our local association are fine people, and they are very approachable, and they are very helpful in the journey. And it is a journey of emotion and physically. Many of the people working there are touched by this disease themselves, and I give them a big thank you to all that they do.